Thank you, Chancellor Achimpong, and welcome members of the faculty and staff, family and friends, and graduates of the class of 2021. I am honored to be part of your special day. And to all the moms in the audience, I wish you the best for your own special day tomorrow. Graduates, as your Mont Alto journey comes to an end, your life's journey begins. It's a bittersweet moment, and I imagine you're feeling a mix of emotions: pride in your accomplishments, a touch of sadness at what you're leaving behind, and a blend of excitement and anxiety about what's next. Believe it or not, this is an especially exciting and rewarding time to be launching your career. Yes, we've experienced a global pandemic, and we're dealing with the effects of climate change, divide, and a national reckoning with long-standing inequality. The pandemic has created disruption for virtually every sector and industry, and none more so than healthcare. So why then, with all of those challenges, do I believe that you're starting your career journey at such an exciting and rewarding time? Because opportunity is born of challenge. We find strength through difficulty. Across industries, many organizations throughout the world have reacted and adapted successfully to the difficulties of the past year. They're poised to soar when they can begin to operate at full capacity again. Take Wellspan Health, for example. Our vision to be a trusted partner, reimagining healthcare, inspiring health has been our North Star during the past year. By staying firmly focused on our vision and strategy, even as we navigated the pandemic, we've been able to capitalize on bold opportunities and to keep our patients a healthy step ahead. By doubling down on improving the health of our communities, we accelerated our growth. We are expanding, not contracting our team. And we need talented professionals who are eager to learn, innovate, and adapt to the rapidly changing world we're operating in, to anticipate and tackle the opportunities that lie ahead. Which leads me to the first of 3 life lessons for you to consider as you navigate your next steps in your own journey. Expect the unexpected and ask what if. When I graduated from nursing school in 1985, I never would have imagined that computers, which were quite novel at the time, would become a staple in the majority of American households, or that they would be portable, giving millions of people the freedom to work in coffee shops or their own backyards, or that I would be able to connect with my grandkids, have a doctor's appointment, deposit a check, and order a pizza, all from a single device in the palm of my hand. And most of us can't imagine a world without these innovations. But over the next 30 years, we will experience as much change or more. Everyday conveniences that we can't begin to imagine yet, advances in artificial intelligence, robotics, and virtual reality are already happening. You'll have starring roles and front row seats to how these technologies change the way we live and work. Now that's exciting. While no one is ever completely ready for unexpected change, you can build a resilience and adaptability necessary to manage change by expecting the unexpected and asking what if. At Wellspan, finding a better way is one of our core values. We ask what if in our continuous pursuit of innovations that reimagine healthcare and inspire health for consumers and patients. Innovation isn't always grounded in a big new idea. Sometimes it's simply a new way of looking at something or the combination of existing ideas. For example, a few days after the start of the pandemic in March 2020, Wellspan developed a MacGyver team named after the popular 80s TV show. The main character was known for his inventive solutions to problems. You can Google that later. Just days into the pandemic, this team found themselves at the brink of the most challenging healthcare issue in a lifetime: a shortage of personal protective equipment, or PPE. After a number of creative experimental products, this team leveraged their engineering design expertise to create a new N95 mask. They partnered with W. L. Gore and Associates, famous for their Gore-Tex products, on fabric and materials. This spring, we made the Wellspan N95 mask available to a 5-system healthcare collaboration through a newly created joint venture called EXO. Not only does this mask meet or exceed all quality, comfort, and protective standards for a consumer-grade mask, it is designed, sourced, and manufactured in the United States, and it's packaged here in South Central Pennsylvania. These team members were drawn to ask what if because of their passion and commitment to finding a better way. They dug deep because it was the right thing to do, and they simply would not accept anything less than success, knowing their colleagues could be in harm's way. By asking what if, they created an innovative solution, inspiring team members all across our organization to ask what if in other challenging areas as well. Graduates, the world needs you to ask what if, to be difference makers, leaders, innovators, and creators, to see the possibilities and create new solutions. As you enter the workforce in your chosen field, you'll experience many exciting firsts. Your first job offer, your first customer or patient, and your first boss. And over time, you'll likely experience good bosses and bad bosses. I know I've had my share of both. And what I've learned from observing many leaders is my second lesson for you today. Balance your head and your heart as you go through this life. Courageous and compassionate leadership is needed at every level in every organization now more than ever. The events and insights of the past year have underscored the interconnectedness of humanity, the importance of empathy, and how we relate to one another. Find in yourself the courage to think boldly, make tough decisions, drive for results. Put all that wonderful Penn State Mont Alto knowledge in your head to good use, but don't neglect your heart. Show compassion to walk in someone else's shoes. Understand and bridge different perspectives and make your own unique contribution to the greater good. And all that I've done throughout my 30-plus year career, I've followed my head and my heart, not always keeping them perfectly in balance, but always doing my best. I will never forget the experience of working as a nurse in a large university hospital, providing care in a bone marrow transplant unit. Some of the earliest research protocols, experimental at that time, were happening before my eyes, and I was part of it. I had a role in the last chance to save lives with experimental research. I had to lead with my head to learn extremely complex protocols, many of which produced terrible side effects. And my heart came into play as I comforted patients and families during a difficult time. Over those years, I met families from all across the country, and many of them have become lifetime connections. With a passion for oncology nursing, I later became a nurse manager. And during the AIDS epidemic, I coordinated care for chronic illness in patients with hemophilia. When others were afraid to shake the hand of someone with AIDS, I hugged my patients and their families. And then during the height of the HIV epidemic, I worked as a research nurse trying to find a better way to treat a devastating disease. In both roles, my head and my heart were required on a daily basis. Even and perhaps especially as CEO of Wellspan, I need to balance my head and my heart every day. With a team of 20,000 strong, full of brilliant people with diverse perspectives and backgrounds, I've been able to engage both their hearts and their minds to keep us all rowing in the same direction. Whether your chosen field is healthcare, business, psychology, or something else, you will face situations that demand both head and heart thinking and feeling. And there's no better way I know of keeping your head and heart clear and focused than my third lesson. Remember who you are. One of my favorite thought leaders, Simon Sinek, talks about the importance of staying grounded as you advance in your career. He says, people will call you sir and madam, carry your luggage. People will hold doors open for you. They'll bring you a cup of tea without you even asking. But it's not meant for you. It's meant for the position you hold. When you move on, they will give them to the person who replaces you. Never ever forget that you only ever deserve a styrofoam cup. This lesson is about humility. You've worked hard to get where you are today, and you're going to work even harder to build the career and life of your dreams. But no matter how much money you make or what title you achieve, what will matter in the end is how you feel inside. Did you stay true to your values? Did you treat others with respect? Did you help others grow in their journeys? In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Professor Dumbledore tells Harry, it's not our abilities that show what we truly are. It is our choices. Well, right now, the path in front of you is clean slate. The contours will take shape with every decision you make and action you take as you leave here today. So in closing, I encourage you to expect the unexpected and ask, what if? It's not all going to go as planned, and that's what makes the journey an adventure. Balance your head and your heart. This powerful combination will serve you well. And remember who you are. You are a bright, well-rounded Penn State graduate with the educational background and competencies employers want and need. There is only one of you. Make the most of you. On behalf of the entire Wellspan Health team, congratulations. We are proud to support Penn State Mont Alto and look forward to the wonderful work each of you will do in the world that awaits you. Thank you.